Hi everybody, my name's Emily. I'm one of the campaign managers at Birchal. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting today. I pay my respects to the elders, past and present, and the Aboriginal elders of other communities who may be here today. Thank you so much for coming to our webinar today with Red Belly Active. I'm really excited to introduce Helen Haynes, the Director of the Australian Golfwear label. So thanks so much for jumping online with us today, Helen, to chat about your campaign and answer some questions. Just before I hand over to you, a little bit of housekeeping. If anybody has any questions today, please pop them in the Q&A chat box. And after we've had a little chat with Helen, I'll go through the questions and answer any questions that you've got. So take it away, Helen.
Hi, thanks, Emily, and welcome everybody. It's so exciting to see you all online and watching us today, and I'm hoping we can answer all the questions you have. But firstly, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us, or at least expressing an interest to join us. We're just delighted to have you on board, and we know we're ahead with some great, exciting progress to come. So we just want to give you all the information that you need to make your decision about joining us very soon, hopefully next week. And in the meantime, I just want to give you a little bit of a background about us, again, why we started Red Belly and our plans for the future. So Shannon and I are the original founders of the company. We just decided that it was time to shake up the golf apparel industry and to create something that we know women wanted, particularly women, where a lot of the bigger brands were creating golf wear for men specifically, but the women were forgotten in the mix. And I'd say it was a 90% focus on menswear with just 10% thrown in for a few skirts and shirts for women. And that just wasn't good enough in our opinion. So we decided to learn everything we could, create a company, come up with the name Red Belly Active, named after the red belly black snakes that were very prevalent on our golf course, and create something that was completely unique, different, and ultimately sporty. At the end of the day, golf is a sport, and we believe it should be addressed just like that. So, you know, we have come a long way in 4 years. We have an incredible, committed group of customers who love the brand. I'm hoping many of you are on this call today. And we just know that if you look good and you feel good, you hopefully play just that little bit better. So, you know, all our fabrics are sustainably produced where we can. They are made with lightness, cool properties, and also adding that benefit of sun protection. So really, that's us in a nutshell at the moment. We're just excited about what the future holds, and hopefully you're coming on that journey with us.
Yeah, absolutely. So where do you envision Red Belly Active going in the future? What are you raising money for? What are you looking to achieve?
So the exciting thing is we've had great success in Australia. We are stocked in over 60 golf pro shops as well as Drummond golf stores around the country, plus some international stockers. And we've been very well received internationally. But, you know, we need some funding to help us take the company to the next level. And getting to America, launching on Amazon is our number one priority. We also want to increase the quantity of our ordering. So for instance, for next year, we want to order our winter and our summer ranges now so that we're ahead of the game. We can increase our quantities, reduce the costs, make more profit for everybody, and actually deliver a really in-demand product, because we're selling out every season, which is fantastic and shows that we're on the right track. But we believe we can achieve so much more with the right investors and the right funding behind us.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of traction to date, so you've been going for 4 years and you're saying you're selling out every single season. Do you have an idea of numbers and in terms of revenue, those kinds of things?
Yeah, so we're excited that we've had around about $1 million in sales already, which, you know, I know in 4 years doesn't sound like a lot, but actually for us, it's a huge achievement considering we've been through 2 COVID lockdowns as well. We've had to pivot and change a lot of our processes during these last 2 years. We're very strongly in the wholesale market. However, a lot of our customers buy online, and that's quite simply because they can't get to the pro shops or the stores because a lot of them have been closed during these challenging times. So, you know, we're making sure we're easy access to market. We've got a good customer base, and we're building on that. So, you know, that's been important for us too. We're also excited to have launched at the PGA show in the US earlier this year. It was an online show because, of course, we couldn't visit the US thanks to our friend COVID. And that was a great success. We got really wonderful positive feedback from everybody who was there. And one of the Golf Digest USA actually named us as one of the 6 brands to watch this year. So that was a huge accolade for us. And we're very excited about what the opportunity is in the States. And we know that'll take the brand to the absolute next level.
Yeah, that's massive. So in terms of stockists in the States, is that all online or is that in physical stores as well?
Physical stores at the moment in the US, and that's why we believe that an Amazon store is the way to go. So we will build that traction, build that brand awareness, and then from there we will build a team of agents and get into some key pro shops around the region. You know, we at the moment have focused on California and the region around that southern area, but we know Florida is a really key market for us as well, and there are a lot of interested parties there. The important thing for us is to find a distributor and make the route to market so much easier for the Americans.
Yeah, in terms of making the product and shipping it to Australia or other markets, have you run into any problems during COVID that have restricted the garments coming into the countries, anything like that?
Look, it's been a challenging time, but you know what? We found the most awesome manufacturers. So both Shannon and I have visited China and Vietnam. We've met with our factories. They're the most amazing teams, and we worked really hard to find the ones we wanted to work with. So they have been incredible. DHL is how we get our stock into the country, and again, they have stepped up during a very challenging time. Stock is arriving well. It is arriving in advance in some cases because we have put so many steps in place to ensure we get the stock when we want it. To cope with this summer season, we actually decided to divide our summer range into 3 drops because we felt that would give our customers time to get used to the range and also time to be able to stock the range in store because we didn't know what COVID was going to bring for the summer. And just as well we did. So it's arriving in these little drops across the season, and it's a nice little rolling landing, and it's been amazing. So we're very excited that we've, you know, chosen a plan that has worked for this season, and next year we'll just build on that success. But yeah, we've got incredible teams who have gone beyond everything we could have imagined to deliver an unbelievable range.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. I think it's so important at the moment to have a risk management plan in place for just in case something unforeseen does happen. And are you looking at expanding your product range in the future or going into different size ranges, anything like that?
Yeah, so that's another key reason as to why we're raising the funds, because we obviously are becoming a brand that is well known in the industry and, you know, delivering something that women and now men really want. But we're 2 women on a mission, and we need more people to help us get to what we want to achieve. So yes, we will expand the range. We have always thought about going into more of a lifestyle collection as well that, you know, people can wear to the gym, go walking, yoga, whatever it is, but that is down the track. Our key thing is we want to continue to deliver a golf range that is across the board. We know we're known for our fashion pieces, but a good essential range is never far away from our thoughts. So yes, we will build on what we currently do and just, do it sustainably though, and with real thought, and care, because every piece we create is done with the detail in mind, focusing exactly on what people are telling us they want and need, as well as what the fashion trends are showing us. So yes, very important to expand the range.
Yeah. As a little segue from that, obviously your designs are inspired by what your customers are telling you that they want and they need. Do you get inspiration from anywhere else as well?
Yes, we are very much looking to our Australian landscape, the culture of Australia, the beautiful weather we enjoy now and again, particularly on the coast. And, you know, our designs need to be sporty. As I mentioned before, golf is a sport, so that's important for us. But we also want them to be practical and look really good. So they've got to withstand the harsh elements of the heat, and in the winter, they've got to handle the cold. So we definitely address that. Our patterns, our inspiration for the colors, they all come from our Australian culture and landscape, as well as my original South African background. And then we look at what the fashion trends are bringing us for the future. So we're actually ahead of the game in Australia, because we're looking to the US particularly and seeing what the fashion trends are bringing. And then we merge the fashion with the sport. So we're hoping that brings a nice little mix, and it makes women and men excited to wear the range.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of market research, sounds like you're constantly looking at new ways to constantly improve your range. So in terms of looking at the market and what's going on there compared to what your customers are telling you that they want and need, do you have a priority there, or is it kind of a mix of the two?
It's a mix of the two, as well as dragging the golf industry, or the golf apparel industry, I should say, into a new era. And we have strong opinions of what we feel women, and I'll focus on them for now, but women particularly should wear, and addressing the real lack of options in the market. So yes, we do listen to what they want, and we hear what our customers are asking for, and then we put our little spin and twist on it. And often we're pushing the boundaries of encouraging women of all shapes and sizes, all ages, all backgrounds, just to give our skirts and our polos and our various dresses a go. Because when they put them on, I think a lot of them are extremely excited and cannot believe how comfortable they are, how different they feel, and just give them that confidence when they step on the tee. They go, damn, I look good, you know? So that's important. And the men, look, the game is a conservative game. It has been for many, many years, but we are changing that. And the number of men who are coming to us to wear our fashion polos, particularly our Pipe Dreams polo, which has sold out 3 times now. And that was one we were just putting in the market to see how it would go. And it's been incredibly popular. So as long as we find our niche and we stick to what we're good at, I think we're going to have great success.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of coming to do a crowdfunding raise, what attracted you to this kind of raise instead of, say, using a venture capitalist? Was it that instinct to have your customers be part of the brand, or what would you say it is?
Yeah, at Red Belly Active, we know we've got a cult following, and we've also got some really passionate and awesome customers. And we thought this is the perfect opportunity to harness our community and really gather that support and get people behind what we believe. Ultimately, why we founded the company was to change golf wear for the better and to grow the game of golf that we love. So let's harness that support. Let's get everybody on board. And if everybody gives a little, we'll make a lot, and we will do great things in the golf industry. So it's an exciting time. And, you know, you don't even have to be a golfer to get on this journey. You can just come on board, be a part of something exciting. Just, fight for the little girls or the little men. Let's just do it together.
I love it. I've got a question here from Rick. He said, what can you achieve in terms of numbers if you reach the funding target? how much trade online versus retail and currently versus future over the next 5 years. Before you jump in, Helen, I will just let you know, Rick, that in terms of crowdsourced funding, projections aren't something that are put into offer documents, as it's typically not approved by ASIC. So in terms of numbers, that's not something that can be forecast within a crowdfunding raise. But Helen, you can definitely give some answers in terms of what you want to achieve with the fundraising target and what you're doing from the trade online versus retail perspective. I'll hand that one over to you.
Sure. So a lot of this information will be in the offer document around what we hope to achieve with the crowdfunding raise. The ultimate, though, is those 3 key pillars. So the one is to expand internationally and really drive the income of the business so that we are more profitable, that we can make more change, and we can sell more golf products into the market and get more people wearing red belly. The second one is improving that marketing and getting our website just unbelievably brilliant so that we can give and continue to give the very best customer service. We did investigate looking into a more wholesale model, and we still will keep that in our back pocket. However, while a company is growing, we really need to make sure our route to market is as streamlined and as easy for everyone as possible. So we'll continue to navigate that and decide how the company moves forward. And we also want to just increase our product range, just like we mentioned earlier, Emily, is make sure that we are offering enough of a range that we stand very strongly in pro shops and hold our real estate, I call it, in the pro shops so that women and men who play golf come in and know they can find a good range of red belly active and wear the brand strongly. So the numbers game is going to be interesting. The minute the crowdfunding ends, we will set to work and get our brand and company just going into overdrive. So the first year will be a massive growth as we make those huge changes to the way we work.
For sure, I can imagine. And in terms of what you're selling online compared to in retail's physical stores, what would you say the percentage is?
So at the moment, I'd say it's probably a 70-30 split. Our retail stores are very strong and they sell the brand beautifully. And, we make sure that we support them absolutely as to the best of our ability because they are shop front. We don't have our own shop. So the best way for customers to find our brand is through those stores. And in an ultimate ideal world, that would be the way to operate. Thank goodness we had an online store present during the last 2 years. Otherwise, I don't know what would have happened. But that still gives customers the chance to find the brand and to buy it and try it. But we direct people to the stores as much as we can.
Brilliant. And what would you say the ratio looks like going forward in terms of focusing on female attire versus male attire?
I'd say we'll still keep an 80-20 split for the women's brand going forward. That might change in the future. At this stage, we're really proud of the fact that we're women-owned and we're driving women's golf into the future. And in an ideal world, wouldn't it be great if there were as many women playing the game as men and standing on the same tees? It's just awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely understand from that perspective. In terms of communicating with investors in the future, how often do you intend on letting them know what's going on with the company, how you are, looking, projecting wise? What are you thinking about that?
Well, we hope to communicate with them, I would say every quarter. If there are specific needs and people want to communicate more with us, we can set that up with pleasure. We're very open. We're very available. We're always here at the end of the phone or email to answer any questions. So we'd encourage that open communication. And look, you never know, you might even get to play a game of golf with us in the future. So
maybe you can put that in the rewards section.
Yeah, exactly.
Best a game with Helen.
So look, we'll do our best to set those details up in the offer document as well. And again, that's a moving process. We will do whatever is best for all of the investors and everyone who comes on board to join our movement of change.
Oh, great. So are you looking at doing any endorsements in the future from maybe more pros and maybe doing some kind of sponsorships? Is that something that you look into?
The plan for marketing at Red Belly is going to be quite strong. So I think that's a key element of our fundraising, in that if we have that budget to throw at marketing, I think it'll transform the business. We know we have a very strong social media engagement, and we want to grow that and maximize that opportunity. People communicate with us through Instagram and Facebook all the time, but we'd like to really improve that process and improve our engagement with influencers. We have some incredible pros, incredible even amateurs, beginners, you name it. We've got them on board, wearing our gear, promoting it and sharing their love of the brand. So if we have those in a more strategic way, because we have the funds behind us, we'll be able to achieve great things. So that is an incredibly important area of our marketing. We know it works. We know people love to see real people wearing the gear, and we just want everyone to know how great it is to wear a red belly skirt or a dress or a polo, and how good they feel. So that is an important part of our marketing, and making sure that we can deliver on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a question from Julie. She's asked how you arrived at the brand name, which I know you said earlier is from all of the red belly snakes that you find on the golf course.
Yeah, that's right.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it was quite tough to come up with a name. It's never easy because, you're just plucking names out of the sky. We did a lot of thinking and a lot of chatting, and we started off as Red Belly Golf. And we thought, okay, that had a good ring to it, and we were golf wear. And then as that first year ended, we thought, you know what? We need to broaden our market just to get some more awareness out. And we like the name Active. So Red Belly Active was our rebrand and our new name. And yes, it is named after the red belly black snakes that were very present on our golf course. We used to run into them quite regularly. And it's a very Aussie animal, or snake's an animal. And yeah, so we just liked the name. It had a good ring to it, and yeah, we stuck by it. So we put the snake emblem on everything we do, and our branding is quite strong. We're very happy with it right now, and we're building on that as well. So yeah, we do love the name now.
Oh, I love it too. It's great. How do you research the style elements for women? Are you getting that directly from looking at pros, or are you looking at, lifestyle fashion, or is it something entirely different?
It's a blend. So there are some things, like we're just launching a new skirt called the Sarong skirt coming later this year, which is really exciting. It's a new skirt that we're launching. And yeah, so you look to elements that we really love, and we think, how can that become a golf skirt? Because it's really cute, or it's really functional, or it's going to make you feel great. So yeah, we always looking to the fashion industry for our inspiration, and then we blend that with the sports industry. So to see what other sports are doing, tennis skirts are a really good example. And a lot of our skirts do cross over into the tennis arena, because they've got like our flip skirt, for instance, which is one of our best-selling skirts. It is an original. It is our design. We absolutely love it. The women love it. It's comfortable to wear. It makes you feel good, and it's perfect for golf, walking, tennis, you name it. I even did the Larapinta Trail wearing my flip skirt. It's just one of those skirts that feels really good on. And so we deliver that every season in different prints and colors. So would it be great if we could deliver more than we're making every season? We just can't wait. We can't wait to get started and to really grow what we started. We know we're going to smash it, guys. We just need to make it happen.
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever. And it's Red Valley Active 100% your focus, Helen, or do you do anything else on the side?
100% focus. There's no time for golf at the moment. It's that busy, but yeah, we absolutely love what we do. Shan and I both work from home because of the pandemic and lockdowns, but we literally have the phone like open all day talking. We have a warehouse in the Northern Beaches, which has transformed the way our logistics operate, and it's making life a lot easier. But yeah, it's amazing, and we want to grow our team as well and get the support we need to really expand. You know, you got to build with the right people around you. So we've taken our time with that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Julie's asked if you've ever worked with an image consultant who works with women of all shapes and ages.
No, we haven't worked with an image consultant. I did a little bit of work with one in the UK when I lived there. And that's a really good idea and something to consider. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I mean, how handy having a webinar and people are giving you some great ideas.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks.
Awesome. And at the moment, what is your percentage of growth, year on year, looking at your customer base versus sales, those kinds of things?
So we were growing at around about 300% a year in the first couple of years until the pandemic hit. And then it sort of plateaued a bit. So the last 2 years we plateaued, but now we're on that growth again. And we see next year being simply awesome because already we've got the plans in place to create our Amazon store in the US. So there's lots of planning going on in the background. And as I say, with increased focus on marketing, that would be just, transformational in the way we make our sales. So that's going to be good. So globally, I think that's where the company will skyrocket into the future.
Awesome. Well, we've answered quite a few questions so far. If anybody's got anything additional, please feel free to type it in the Q&A box. Otherwise, Helen is open to answering any of your questions. You can get in touch with Helen via the Birchal profile, and we'll also be popping in lots of updates for how the campaign's going. We've already had an incredible response so far, and a lot of people have expressed their interest. Someone's also asked your target amount for crowdfunding at the moment. Helen, do you have a number in mind that you'd be looking to achieve?
Yes, look, we would like to achieve 500,000 and at the top level, 1 million. So I'd say our minimum goal ideally would be 500,000. We feel that will really take us to the next level, will help us put everything in place to deliver what we need to do. If we get more, we can do more and we'll grow faster. So it's just all dependent. It's a bit of a balancing act. And, that's really the ultimate, is to just grow and continue to do what we know we're good at and know we can achieve. And right now, golf is a booming market. So the time is now to get involved. If anyone is even hesitating or thinking about it, don't, because it is just the best time to invest in a golf apparel brand. We are going to be able to maximize this unbelievably booming market that is just changing before our very eyes. It's so exciting. Memberships are up by 126% right now, which is unbelievable in a sector that was really struggling a few years ago. So we're just delighted that the game we love so much is now growing, and we want to help that continue into the future. And let's attract more excited new golfers to the game.
Yeah, and to increase your staff when you go and expand a little bit more, and especially into the US.
Yes, getting a team around us is vital, and we need representatives in the US. We need agents around Australia. We've already got 2 agents on board in Queensland, and it's made such a difference. We got 5 new stockists in the first month just because, we can't travel around Australia at the moment. So in order to keep the brand growth going, we needed to find people who understood what we were about and needed to expand our team that way. So we're always looking of ways to grow our team in a sustainable way, but also with the right people on board who can get our messages across and help us grow. So yeah, no, we will be definitely increasing our team and finding people who are experts in their field to help us reach our goals.
Yeah, that's awesome. We've also had a question if you're looking to add your apparel in golf clubs around the country, not just retailers. I understand you're stocked in quite a few pro shops. That's right, isn't it?
Yes, we are. So we're in golf shops, pro shops as we call them, as well as in drum and golf. So drum and golf, for those of you who don't know, is one of Australia's biggest golf retailers, which was a huge acquisition in our first year. But the pro shops are very important because we want golfers to shop in their local pro shop. I think that is the awesome way to keep their clubs going, to keep income driving through the club as well. And we really want to support that process. So yes, we are in pro shops. Again, that slowed down a little bit this year because we haven't been able to travel and go and encourage those pro shops to take on the brand. So we're doing a lot of it by Zoom calls and phone calls and sending samples about, but actually, you know, there are so many more pro shops. We're only in about 3 or 4% of all the pro shops in the country, and we want to get to at least 10 or 20%.
Yeah, for sure.
I should mention that we don't actually want to be in every single pro shop because, again, we want this brand to be awesome, but on a fairly exclusive level. And one of our key aims for our wholesale division is to ensure that every pro shop, every drum and golf, every golf club, whoever has the brand has the best possible success. So if we give them a little bit of cushioning around their area, we know that the golfers will shop with them. And that's important. We know we want them to be successful. So with them being successful, they'll order more products and then everyone will win. So that's important for us too.
Yeah, I love that you're helping to support small businesses as a small business, which is amazing.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
So
exactly.
I know you said before that Red Belly actually has become a real cult brand and you've got a lot of customers who keep coming back. Do you have an idea of, you know, the customer return rate or retention rate at the moment?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like every time we look at it, we just cannot believe it. Now, our customers, the ones that shop online, will return 50% of the time. So half our customers are returning. And I'm not just returning once, they're returning 3, 4, 5 times in a year, which is unbelievable. Now, our pro shops, on the other hand, are ordering every season, which is really exciting. But the online customers, we always say once they find the brand, they get very excited and they order everything because they find they fit, they find the style that works for them, and they keep coming back for more. And that just is so heartwarming for us. You know, we work really hard to create styles that people love. We work really hard to create collections that everyone resonates with and understands. And with all the work that we do, it's just so relieving when we realize everyone loves the brand, and it's just amazing. Yeah, it's exciting. It really is.
Yeah, for sure. It's just so reaffirming that you're doing the right thing at the end of the day when people keep coming back.
Yeah. And I should mention that, you know, Red Belly Active probably isn't for absolutely everyone, and we will never profess to be. We're staying to our lane. We know what we do well, and that's important. But we got to do more of what we do well.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. Julie's asked if you're going to be producing lookbooks for customers, as golf shops aren't that experienced at helping women coordinate the looks, and that sizing might also be an issue. How do you plan on tackling that?
Yeah, so we've actually started putting our lookbook on the website so that people can see what the pro shops see. And that's important because then they can see the whole range as a collection. Because not every shop orders absolutely everything. However, if the customers see what is on offer, they can say to the pro shop, please can you get this dress in or this colored shirt in because you've only got the skirt and we want the top. So that's good. So it's helping people see what's on offer. And the sizing, we are getting better and better at our sizing. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how far we've come with working out how the size charts work, how we can get our fit to be absolutely good on our sizing, so that when you do buy a small, you know that the small in everything you buy is going to be the perfect small. So we're slowly getting better and better. Every day we are learning something new. I often say to people, when you start a company, you don't believe how much you learn. And it's just, yeah, there's always still so much more to learn. So we're always open to feedback and learning and just doing a better job every day.
Yeah, I love that. And in terms of taking on individuals as ambassadors, what do you look for when, kind of, is there a checklist that you look at, or what is the criteria when taking on someone as a brand ambassador?
Yeah, that criteria is changing and adapting as well. We know that we need, a variety of ambassadors. We need those that are just super passionate about the brand and are good at telling everybody about it. We also need those that are very good on social media, who are good at taking great photos, who share the right posts, who get the message out. We even need to choose those who have lots of followers, because then we know that more eyeballs are going to see the product. But it's not only about that, it's got to be a blend, and it's got to be a variety. And then we want some pros who actually wear the brand to tournaments and show people that everybody can wear this, from beginners through to the professionals. So we have that huge cross section. We even have a couple of juniors, and we like to help the grassroots golfers, because they're the future of the game. So it's a variety. There's no one size fits all. It's making sure we have a good cross section and we have people who are really committed to what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Okay, I think that we've gotten through all of our questions now, but of course, if anybody has any additional questions, you are welcome to get in touch with Helen via the virtual profile. We'll be looking at opening the raise up in the coming weeks, so keep an eye out. We'll keep up with the communications up until then. Thank you so much for coming on, Helen. We really appreciate you answering all of these questions. It's such an exciting campaign and such an exciting brand to see where you're going and what you've already achieved to date.
Thanks, Emily. It's been so great to be here, and I'm hoping that gives everybody a bit of a feel on what we're about and who we are, and hopefully you'll join us on this exciting journey.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.
Take care. Bye.